Hello and good evening and welcome back to your own YouTube channel Speak Up with Sahil. Today in this video we're going to talk about the raging fire in California, and you might have seen what's happening over there. That has not only made people shocked but somewhat it has made people absolutely flabbergasted as well. Now into this video we are not going to see only the floating part of this video, but somewhat we're gonna deep down into this conversation and we will fathom some of the hidden parts of this news. First, I would like to talk about the damages, like how much damages this wildfire has made properly, and what was the main reasons behind the wildfire, or whatever you can call so far. So, in my opinion, and as far as I have read and I have come across, the flames are still roaring, the fire crews are still battling, and the people of Los Angeles have barely begun to grieve. As a journey 16th, January 16th, I am making this video on January 16th. The wildfire that struck the city had killed at least 25 people and destroyed more than 12,000 buildings. That was absolutely the worst thing I have ever seen so far, and I don't know exactly what was the main reason behind it, but whatever I have come across, I can tell you for sure from all of this news, what I have got so far, that massive fire happened due to climate change issue. And if you would look at this particular place, that how this place has been struggling to battle with climate change and this cyclone, and this place got flooded as well. And you remembered like 2 years ago when there was a huge massive climate change happened, so there was a very cold temperature arrived in the US, and that put approximately millions of people in depression. So now what I can see, this is the same state, same place where Los Angeles, the same place, second largest place of the US, this is the same place where a lot of people got like massive like warning from the World Meteorological Organization, when they said that the huge kind of problem is going to loom over yourself. And I think the main problem that we need to focus right now, it is all about the damages which has been made by this wildfire, the raging fire. And I think it is around $5 billion. So now if they start preparing or repairing all of the parts been damaged by this particular like heat waves or whatever you can call so far, so it will be costing the US government approximately 50 billion amount of money. And I think this is the first, like you can say, fire the costliest America has ever seen in history. Even before the flames are put out, many Angelians are wondering, could some of the pain have been averted? Alas, the answer is yes. Living in Los Angeles has always, involved risks. Cradled uneasily between the mountain and the sea, America's second largest city is like susceptible to fires, flood, and earthquakes. Climate change adds to the peril by making fires more frequent. Severe weather whiplash set the stage of the fires. The vegetations flourished after heavy rain, only to be passed to like kindling by a long drought. Flames once sparked flew far and fast on strong Santa Ana winds. Even if the world makes heroic like efforts to curb emissions, favorable conditions for wildfire will grow more common in the decades to come. Vulnerable places everywhere will need to make themselves less vulnerable. This is where politics in LA, California, and America has failed. And I think strict regulations in LA require new homes to be fire resist, and like homes are not new. NIMBYism and convoluted environmental rules make it extraordinarily difficult to build. So much of the housing stock predates the modern building code and is packed with flammable wood. You know, dense urban development would be reasonably fireproof, but most of LA is zoned for single-family home, which sprawl out into the foothills, nestling against flammable undergrowth, glaring or thinning that flammable vegetation is hard, since environmental objection can delay controlled burns for years. As well, functioning insurance market would encourage sensible behavior by charging people more if they own fire-prone homes in fire-prone areas, and less if they make their homes safer or if they moved. But Californians voted in 1988 to give an elected insurance commissioner the power to stop insurance firms from raising prices. Insurers were forced to use historical data on wildfire and could not adjust premiums to the added risk from from a changing climate. Not only has a crucial incentive to make home safer been lacking, but some insurance have been pulling out of the state because writing policies is unrewarding. A reform to allow them to use model best estimate of risk came into effect only on January the 2nd. California's predilections for referendums also restricts the state's freedom to budget. A ballot in initiative passed in 1978 makes it hard to raise property taxes. Deprived of revenue from taxes, cities are more dependent on fees for services such as fire fighting. So LA will be rebuilt. Mr. Newsom's talk of new Marshall Plan for the city. People will always want to live in such beautiful manner. For the best for the people who have been living here for a long time, and I would say only best of luck. Take care and just see you tomorrow next time. If I have missed any information into this video regarding this subject, you're most welcome to just tell me in the comment section.